You must be a devil. To be excited about the downfall of someone else, then you must be a devil. It can't be the Spirit of God. If it's the Spirit of God, we must bear each other's burden. When someone is going through, I'm not saying that people make mistakes in life. No one is mistake-proof in life. I repeat, you can't be so strong and solid and you are insulated against mistakes in life. You can only be guided by the Holy Spirit. You can't boast and say spirits are working you. But if you take joy in the downfall of other people, the day your own will have us to learn from Jesus what he suffered. The story of that good Samaritan, very instructive. He didn't know the man from anywhere, but he chose to take care of him. Someone would have said, only God knows where he got the money that they stole from him. Maybe he even stole the money. Can you relate to what? But quick, as a Christian, you don't judge. You must train your mind never to judge people. Even. You know, there are a lot of things we've been exposed to as pastors. Let me get closer to you now. 5 minutes. There are things we've been exposed to as pastors. As pastors, we make excuses for people. When someone, imagine somebody coming to tell you, Pastor, I don't get work, I be armed robber. I don't key, tire. Before I give my life to Christ. I don't key, tire. You can't, as a pastor, you can't say it to another person. I hope you know. You can't say it to another person. But then, when you are preaching, the person is just sitting here. When you are preaching about robbery, you know, as a pastor, you won't want to go near that place. So that it will look like, pastor is using my line to preach today. There are times, a few occasions, people have told you, pastor, you use my line. I said, it's not your line, it's just the Holy Spirit talking. So, what I'm saying is, even when you are aware, and listen to what I'm about to say, you are aware that someone has made a mistake. A Christian has made a mistake. As long as the Christian has repented, and he or she has owned up and said, I did this, but I'm ashamed of myself because I didn't know I could do it. If the person has asked for forgiveness from God, right, you have no right to crucify the person again because you are not the one that died for him. But in church, we are quick to judge people. Begin to look at Tanya story. Who does not have story? There's nobody without story. But what I'm saying is, when we are in this community, when people, we need to understand that, do you know it's possible for someone to collect money from you and not return the money? And the Spirit of God will still say, give more. It's difficult to understand. Even you cannot understand what I just said. You can't, Pastor, I gave you 10,000, you didn't return it. And you are saying, it is possible for God to say, give him more. But in our flesh, give what? Give what? But what I'm saying is, don't crucify who Jesus Christ has already died for. I mentioned something in the first service. My early days as a Christian, what we experienced in church was physical condemnation. We don't do that anymore. Physical condemnation of anyone. If anyone has done something wrong, will the public persecution change anything in the person's life? Hello? If I bring someone and say, this one, two of them, they are not married, and they are doing totomeleto. I don't know what totomeleto means. They are not married and they are having affairs, and they are, they say, sister so come, sister, so say two of them. Can you see them? See all these ones. They have been in this church since the church started. Though. They are supposed to be growing in the knowledge of God. See what they are doing. What you are doing is, you are firing them more. It's like a wounded soldier that you are even giving more bullets. When a soldier is wounded, the right thing to do is to treat the soldier so that you can advance and take charge of the head. That's what the church is created for. And I'm stressing this. It's not just in the area of mistakes alone. It's the area of help. When people need help, I know people cross lines. I'm a pastor. I know people cross their lines. They do all sorts of things that will not make them deserve to be helped. That helping people as reward. Behaving badly, he will get his own judgment. But if you don't help because someone is behaving badly, you can't get the reward that goes with helping people. Can you get what I'm saying? So why not follow the instruction of God? Lend a helping hand to people. People will come with all sorts of lies. You can't help everybody, but there's someone you can help. The question is, how many people, if you look around, you've been around for 7, 8 years, how many people here can trace their success to you? How many people here, if you've been around since this church started, how many of these young people here, it takes 4 years, 5 years to get out of a university. How many of those children from teenage age have you helped to get through their university and they are sitting here today? You know you have the capacity, but you're not thinking that it is right to do. The money you are getting is not meant for you. God is bringing the money to you because he wants you to lend a helping hand to someone. And that's the direction I want us to look at as we walk out. If you are